Hey there, Magus. How is the audio? All right, we'll get started here in just a couple minutes. Don't know if you can hear me or the game. Let me know. Hear me, not the game. Okay. We check audio levels here. It might just be because the game wasn't making any noise. Let me try again. Good to know you can hear me at least. I do want to check my mute hotkey here just to make sure I can do that if I need a fart or something. All right. Just had to double check. Okay, great. All right then. Sure, people will be filtering in here in the next few minutes, but well, we're still 1 minute away from go time. Go ahead and take this minute to get started, loaded into the game. Those make it more fun. Yeah, I got an apple right next to me here too, so I don't want to be crunching in people's ears. So it was the main thing. I'll fart in your guys' ears all day long, but the munching might be a little much. So yeah, the production company actually denied my copyright dispute on the Skyrim theme song. I mean, not that I'm making any money on it or anything, but still, seems kind of shady to me. Unless at some point that song ceased to be owned by Bethesda and now is owned by Jeremy Soleil. Yeah. So yeah, I have no idea what my recourse is at this point, if there even is one. Hello, Strudel. How goes it, my friend? And Calidran. Nice to see you guys pop up. Yeah, so today I'm going to give everybody a no muffle guarantee. And how come my head tracking isn't working here? Interesting. Let me look into that real quick. Yeah. I was trying to find my mute button just in case I had to fart. Actually, I'm eating an apple and I don't want to crunch into your guys' ears. I think I made it clear to Magus I'd feel comfortable farting into the microphone all day long, but for some reason, eating an apple in the microphone is not something that I'm comfortable doing. Okay, that's because I was hitting the wrong hotkey. Okay, then. There he goes. Now he's looking at us, breaking the fourth wall. Okay. And this face light thing. No, that's quick light. Alright, face light's fine. We'll keep it. Alright, good enough. Okay, so next thing on the to-do list. Actually, let's go over what we did last time real quick. We took on Silent Moon's camp, and we have discovered that Nagrom is kind of a badass. Didn't really need much help from Janassa, and I'm actually kind of kicking around the idea of cutting her loose. The only thing that I want to keep her around for are the sort of open road travels. Those can be a little scary because you just never know what you're going to run into in terms of random encounters out here, especially a legendary difficulty in permadeath. Kind of nice to have somebody watching your back. But yeah, it seems like Nagrom, at this point anyway, is completely capable of taking things on himself. We're going to see how that goes with Golden Glow this time. We did join the Thieves Guild to unlock some fences for us. We did the recruitment quest, and we roughed up the local vendors to get the protection money. And then Mercer let us into the guild and gave us this Golden Glow job to complete. And it's really dark, isn't it? It's midnight. A little darker. Usually it's darker at around dusk with ENB and ELE and the different weather mods that I'm running. But usually around midnight it's a little more visible than this. I wonder if there's some kind of like cloud cover or something blocking the moon. Yeah. That's probably it at the moment. Okay. I know YouTube tends to make things a little darker, so yeah, visuals are dark, FYI. I think it's just, it's dark here, too. I think it's just a weather thing. Okay, Caladran's getting a snack. Good idea. Commence apple. With the shades, Magus? Yeah, I haven't changed anything with the visual setup or the brightness levels or anything, but yeah, it's pretty dark on my end too. It's just a weather thing, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we have Janassa with us to cover our backsides, or orcish butts, while we make it to Golden Glow here. Now there is a bandit den up over here somewhere. Actually, you can hear the tamed wolves howling. I think this is like Faldar's Tooth or something like that. We want to avoid detection by them. We really don't want to have to take them on in open combat. But this little pier here will put you directly opposite of the secret well entrance to Golden Glow. So that's what we're going to do. Off camera, I went ahead and talked to Vex, and I gathered a few jobs for the Thieves Guild in some different places. Namely, a numbers job in Solitude and a burglary job in Whiterun. So we'll go do those if we make it out of here alive. But talking to Vex, she gave us a secret entrance that she used to get into Golden Glow. And that was this little well over here. I'm not sure you can see it, but I can just barely make out the stonework of the well across the lake here. And if you're running without the compass, a good rule of thumb is that this little hidden pier here, opposite of the bandit fort over here, will line you up pretty much exactly with where that well is. This is your favorite part of a quest in a game? Yeah, I've replayed this over and over again. This is one of the dungeons, so to speak, that I practiced on over and over, trying to be Stealth Gamer BR from YouTube. Back on my PS3. Okay, I'm gonna try to be a little less spammy with the zippity zap here. I realized that was a bit much last episode. Didn't make for very, very compelling footage. I do want to do my best to try to strengthen this thing up, though, so it's not as spammy. It kills more outright, becomes stronger. Because it is too much of a viable tool not to use it just for the sake of compelling gameplay, you know? And as we progress a little further with this spell, we'll be able to unlock perks for it. I was gonna say, I think there's a tripwire over here too. I gotta be careful for. Janasa's looking a little ghostly there. Did she make it out alive?
Ah, excuse me.
Yeah, my fault. Sorry about that, Janasa. Unfortunately, the only ways of making this thing stronger is through using it and destruction training. So I'm gonna try to be a little less spammy and exploitative with the training with destruction, because it's not as essential to our survival as sneak was. But I will be making frequent detours out to Winterhold, or like in the case of doing the Solitude job, taking advantage of local destruction trainers. There's one in Windhelm and there's one in Solitude, with Woundfirth in Windhelm and Sabile in Solitude, that can train us up in destruction. And we're low enough level now that we don't really need master level trainers, so we'll keep that in mind. We'll do two birds with one stone whenever we can. Wow. Janasa, you okay there? She's looking a little sooty after the incident with the falling lantern traps there. Whoops. Okay, that guy was ready to give up. There we go. 88%, getting closer. Swinging mace trap. So yeah, I'm not too worried about this, but the fact that I'm not worried about it makes me a little worried. In some kind of oxymoronic paranoia situation there.
What the?
Sorry, Janasa, I'm just eating an apple. I didn't mean to offend you. Jeez. Alright. Caladran's getting a snack. I'm getting a snack. Professional streamer here, crunching an apple. Wow, she is still looking a little ghostly there. I've seen this with a lot of different models. Her right now, I don't know if you can tell, but you can kind of see through her. Very faintly. She looks just a bit ethereal. And like the tops of potion bottles and stuff, I've seen as well. I wonder if this is just, you know, one of those side effects of having a heavy load order with a bunch of textures and meshes and stuff and lighting effects that just aren't completely compatible. I don't know. Okay, we're going to get a lot of lockpicking experience in this place, but there are also a lot of high-level locks that are going to take a few tries, unfortunately. And I do have a battery change ready to go because that means a lot of rumble, which means a lot of sapping battery power in my controller here. We're also going to be taking this opportunity to steal their pie. Just fleecing the place of any kind of lightweight, easily fensible valuables now that we have access to Tonelia. Fucking flutes. We will be taking the flutes because they're light and they're relatively valuable for their encumbrance ratings. Most of the experience I have with this place is going on no death runs. But seeing as how Nagrom here is a... Alto wine is nice. Seeing as how Nagrom here is more of a Nightblade than he is a thief, I'm going to be taking the opportunity to dispatch as many of these mercenaries as possible. The problem with that is these mercenaries normally are much stronger than your average bandit. They have a lot more life, they have better equipment. They're probably close to the same level as the bandit chief that we encountered in Valtheim Towers. And there are a bunch of them. So we have a lot of good opportunity to level up some key skills here. And I'm going to try to be taking full advantage of that. One nice thing about using a controller over keyboard and mouse is the rumble function. And that does help quite a bit with the lockpicking here. You get a little bit of a vibration coming through the controller every time you get close to hitting a dead spot. That's one advantage. The obvious disadvantage of being far less accurate with your cursor, which is kind of a big deal. But it should help me be a little more frugal with my lockpick usage here. So this episode, I think I'm going to be trading muffle spam in for that lockpick screen. So even more compelling gameplay footage coming at you. Lots of stolen gold, which means... Ooh, silver platter. That's nice. Which means more risk to being caught and put in jail, because it means we're going to be losing even more stuff. Not to say that we can't get it back fairly easily if we do get caught. Of course, if we get caught here... Just checking my needs there. If we get caught here, they're not going to bother putting us in jail or arresting us. They're going to just outright try to kill us. So that ups the ante a bit. WACCF, I believe, is the one that increases the values of a lot of the clutter here. Which makes these silver candlesticks and stuff much more worth stealing, and also makes it so that it's much more sense finding them on those random rogue thieves that you see getting slaughtered in Riften. Okay, now there's a dude that patrols this hallway right here. He walks up and down. This hallway. Let's switch to third person here. Did I get him?
What was
Yep,
that?
there we go.
Is someone
Now, if he
there?
gets close enough to coming around this corner here, I'm going to knife him. Oh, he's trying to flank me. Boy, I really kicked the wasp nest there, didn't I? Oh, shoot. There are two of them. Even with my new weapon and all my perks and everything, I'm not sure I can one-shot these guys with a backstab. Which is why you see me being so hesitant. I might have to soften them up once or twice with the zippity zap here. I really got to start using the correct terminology for that. Just in case people are wondering what I'm using. It is the electric charge spell from Forgotten Magic.
Is someone there? I was sure I heard something.
This doesn't concern you, buddy. Yeah, Magus, it does make more sense in the meta here to kill them because they do have some pretty good gear on them. Did I trigger that? No, I did not. Okay, if he comes around the corner here, I'm gonna knife him.
Must be
Oh,
my
and he unlocked the
imagination.
grate for us. Nice. Now he should be softened up enough to take out in one hit. Okay. Went a little off script there, but not bad overall. Let's go ahead and try to move him out of the way. Never mind all the blood on the floor there. Oh, he's still spurting too. You better not bleed on us, you bastard. Okay, what can we do about these other two guys? Now, one advantage of avoiding these guys and not killing them is that when you come back downstairs after looting Arangoth's office, there are going to be more people here if you kill everybody. If you don't alert anyone, then nothing will change. So that's one thing to look forward to when we come back out here. Okay, let's assess this situation over here. With a hit scan spell like this and some aim assist nonsense that we have going on, it can be hard to aim a spell around a chair. We also got those guys covering each other's angles there as far as visibility goes, so gonna have to get them going with this electric charge spell, aka zippity zap. No, that missed. This is gonna be tough. Wonder if I can get him. There we go. And we're getting very close to leveling up electric charge. Okay, let's see if we can take him out in one hit here. There we go.
Hello? Who's there?
Nobody.
Must be my imagination.
That's the ticket. Wait for him to turn back around here. It looks like he's eyeing up that dead body. See if we can get him before he sits back down.
Is someone there?
Yeah. Not one hit anymore. These guys are much tougher than your average bandit. So that's going to make this a little more grimacy. Ooh, okay. This is already more fun than the last episode, I think. Alright, that should about do it for this level, I think. There are 3 more dudes that pop back up if you've killed everybody when you come back downstairs. And darkness levels are looking a little better on the interiors. It looks like it from what I can see on the stream that I'm monitoring on my other monitor here. Looked like there was just a small dip in connection quality, but that looks to be remedied now. Excuse me. I was burping on my apple as I was saying now. Ended up sounding like a goon. Okay, now there's a narcoleptic mercenary over here who's always sleeping. And there's at least one dude. Okay, there's a dude sitting here, and then there's a guy sitting in a chair right outside of Aaron Goth's office. So we're going to keep that in mind there. If there's anything in here worth taking. Nope, all good there. Nothing else in here. Alright, let's try this. I am going to zippity zap this guy, and I'm going to sneak on in here, close the door, and see if I can get him around a blind corner there. Okay, charged him.
What was that?
Which way is he going? This way? Okay. There we go. Alright, alright. It's a good combo. Be even a better combo once I can level up this spell a little bit and get my destruction level up. The internal experience that it gives you through Forgotten Magic progresses pretty well, but the amount of experience it gives you in Destruction, it seems to be really slow. Destruction on its own in the vanilla game seems to level up much slower than other skills too. It's kind of like Block in that regard. Restoration kind of the same way. I think the game developers meant you to use those as primary skills. So as your main form of damage, especially in the terms of destruction here. Restoration, I think they expect you to be using it on followers and stuff as well. So there is the narcoleptic mercenary right there, who is always sleeping until you wake him up. I think what I can do here is zap him, get him to wake up, and then when he turns back around to go back to bed, I can backstab him. Hopefully, that's all it takes is one zap and a backstab. I might be able to get another swing off to kill him if it takes 2. But let's do that. He might even follow us into the closet here. Oh, we're getting very close to leveling that thing up, too.
Is someone there?
Slow to get out of bed, isn't he? Probably could have zapped him twice.
I guess I was just hearing things.
That's the ticket. Wait for him to make a move back to his bed. And then we'll pounce. Nice. Okay. Deep breath, deep breath. Anything in the wardrobe? You can find a lot of fine clothes in here too, which do have very nice value to weight ratios on them. Trying not to loot everything, even though that probably would be the proper meta. I'm sure Slack would be looting all kinds of stuff that I'm not. Ooh, that pheasant roast looks good. We'll save that for later. Can't leave any unguarded septums on the table. Okay. There's this dude here. I'm thinking just doing 2 backstabs on him is the best course of action here instead of trying to get him to stir up with the electric charge spell. I don't know which way he gets up, but if I can stay right in his blind spot here, I should be able to get 2 backstabs off and be able to finish him off. I hope. Let's give it a shot. Actually, let's see if we have any poison to use on him. That would be stamina, poison, frostbite venom is good at lower levels. Let's use that. Nice. All right. Okay, let me get caught up on chat here. Submission with Requiem. Ooh, I can't imagine. The guards hear the slightest footsteps on the 2nd floor, and they all come looking. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a nightmare. The spell is forever zippity zap. I'm glad. Zippity zap. Remember Twist's trip through here? He took everything. Yeah, I bet. The guy had a stockpile of gold and cups, the likes of which the world has never seen. Roast all the peasants. Wait, peasants? Pheasants. They all taste good roasted. Yeah, good call, good call. I've been toying with a new ninja type build in my brain. I haven't actually gotten started on it yet, but one of the things I like to do is take one item or one skill or one spell and try to develop an entire character based off of it. The wakazashis in this game are awesome. The small little straight katana-like blade. I've always really liked the look of them. And then when they're on the back, with certain, swords on back mods, they end up with this really cool, like, ninja vibe. So I've been toying with some ideas there, and I think what I want to do is the triumvirate shadow magic, along with some light armor and one-handed skill, and have more of maybe like an action-oriented playthrough, maybe with some sneak. Things like katana crafting. Add some really cool wakazashis. Okay, now Arangoth here, he may detect you, but it takes a lot to get him to actually become aggressive toward you. So we're going to go ahead and fleece the place. Definitely take the bee statue. Lockpicks here. Definitely don't want to kill him because that pisses Maven off, even though there aren't many repercussions for doing so, and then you get the key for the safe. I think what I'm going to do is not take his key because I don't want to get caught, and I'm just going to try to do my best with the lockpicks I have to pick that expert level safe with all this stuff in it. Definitely need the bee there. See what he's got over here. I always found this encounter with Arangoth to be really weird. It's like super awkward. It's like you know that he knows that you're there, but he's not doing anything about it. Like, what even is that? As you just kind of casually, oh look, there's the poison effect on that guy. Very cool. He's just kind of awkwardly voyeuring you, stealing all his stuff as he's hiding in the corner, acting like he doesn't even see you. Like, what is he doing back there? Nothing wholesome, I guarantee it. Okay. I'm going to be making full use of the zippity zap here, so be warned. These guys tend to follow less of a prescribed patrol route.
Damn, we've got trouble.
And tend to be on high alert. Oh, shoot. tend to be on high alert the whole time. Try to find a blind spot here. Alright, I need to munch my apple, sorry.
I'm going to find whoever did this. And when I do...
Is someone there?
Now, how did he see me?
Nothing here after all.
Well, you know, eventually we're gonna get enough sneak level that they're not gonna even notice us. That seems to be a pretty good blind spot up there. Okay, here he comes. There he goes.
What was that?
Let's see what he does here. Oh, that alerted both of them.
Is someone there? I guess I was just hearing things. I'm going to find whoever
I
did
thought
this.
that there were 3 of them that came after you, but I'm only seeing the 2. Oh, maybe it's the dead bodies that are alerting them.
I was sure I heard something.
Oh, there are 3. I see the 3rd one over there. Okay. Slow and steady. Keeps you alive. Definitely not winning any races here, that's for sure. Now, I could just say, to hell with it. And head for the basement there. We got everything upstairs we came for. We're going to pick the lock on the safe. I just really wanted that bee in a jar. Crap! No. That was bad. He did a double roll. I don't know why he did
Where
that.
are you? Did you hear something?
TK Dodge does that sometimes. Even if you don't have the silent roll perk. Are they going to come follow me up? It's like it does a TK Dodge and then it does the silent roll right after it. Ooh, alright. I'm going to vomit my apple up here. Right into the microphone. It's going to be...
I'm going to find whoever did this.
Damn,
And
we've
when
got
I
trouble.
do,
What was that?
and I'm going to take his apple. Okay, that one slice I got in wasn't even a sneak attack, so that probably barely took any life, seeing as how our one-handed skill is actually very, very low. I'm really tempting fate with this, aren't I? I should really just go downstairs and finish the quest. There we go, rolled off to the side there just in case it happened again, and it did. So the foresight there was nice. Do we have any more poisons here? We do indeed. Now there are 2 more dudes. Running around here somewhere. I think they're both off to the right here. There's one of them. Okay, we're going to try to single one out here. Boy, he really traveled, didn't he? It's a hell of a route there, Magellan. History humor. The nerdiest type. Well, I don't know. History humor or math humor, which is nerdier? That was a one-shot. We lucked out there. I probably got a little too big for my britches with that, but I guess I was feeling a little confident after I was able to escape that last encounter. Alright, one more dude. It makes a certain amount of sense for a thief to get in and out without leaving any kind of a body count behind. In this case, I think it also sends a strong message to Erengoth that we don't care about his stinking mercenaries.
What was that?
There we go. Electric charge is leveled up. Let's take care of this dude, and we'll take a look and see what's available. Nice one, Strudel. Or current events humor. Bandits taking the long way around because the canal is blocked by a huge ship. Yeah. Another zippity zap. And then he'll be primed for
Is someone there?
an easy backstab. Nagrom on the prowl. Oops, totally missed the door. Nobody saw that. Okay, there we go. One little slip there on the first dude when we got the unexpected double silent roll. So let's find our way back to the cellar. And we have a couple more dudes down there, but none of them that should really pose too much of a challenge, I think. Okay, we got two dudes over here. See what kind of chaos we can cause by
What was that?
getting them up and running around. Chair dude, I think I can get him on his way back. Once he turns his back. Actually, I'm going to go for it now. Okay. So good to know I can get 2 slices in before they detect me. Right now it seems like the most efficient way to dispatch these guys is just 2 straight up backstabs because they don't seem to be able to detect me after the first one if I'm behind them. But I like the more entertaining gameplay combo of stirring them up with the electric charge and then when they finally let their guard down, sneak up behind them and slit the throat. I thought he turned around there. The lighting there was not on my side. What's nice about killing these mercenaries too is that their equipment that you loot off of them is not marked as stolen like everything else in the estate. So you can sell those at any vendor, and you can keep the Tanelia's gold supply for stolen goods, which is also very nice. Okay. You may also notice that I've turned off the FPS counter. I've gotten several dozen hours of play with this new load order so far, and I am satisfied with where the performance is at in most areas. There might be something to loot over here. So I went ahead and turned that off, and we'll try not to think about FPS for the remainder of the play. Now that I'm satisfied that everything's fairly stable in most areas. And mostly satisfactory in all areas. Now there's one more dude over here. Yeah, he's sitting right there in that chair. Well. There we go. Here's some pelts if you're into animals. Yep. Hey, Mr. B. Just got done watching Mr. B's stream not too long ago. Seems like a pretty cool battle mage type character. Running around Bruma. Killing ogres. Ogres with some fearsome plumber's crack, to be specific. Okay, gonna save here just in case I have to cheese it because I don't have a ton of lockpicks left and this is an expert level save. I should be fine. Even with a lower level lockpicking skill, I can usually finagle an expert lock with no more than maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 in the worst case scenario lockpicks here. But we'll see how this goes. Now that I said that, go through all 9 lockpicks. And normally, I wouldn't cheese this so much, but this one is necessary to progress the quest. There we go. See, I wasn't lying. 3 lockpicks. Okay. Now comes the hairy part. And I'm not talking about the hairy part of the body. I'm talking about the hairy part of the estate. So get your mind out of the gutter. So one of the most challenging parts of this run to me is getting across the bridge to the beehives from this area here. There might be an easier way around through the water, but I like to try to do it this way. It's more of a coherent path through everything. And if you're into like the sneaky, stylish runs here, this is kind of the most ideal way to do it. And back in the darkness again. Alright, there's a dude chopping wood over there. There's a dude chopping wood right here. Makes most sense to try to take care of this guy, but that's going to alert the other dude. We're just going to have to go low and slow on this one. Oh. Took a beeline. That's Skyrim pathfinding. Something else.
Is someone there?
Detection level is very low. He's probably going to give up pretty quickly here. Man, I wish I could turn on quick light to let you guys see what's going on here.
Huh? Did you hear
Maybe I'll
something?
clear weather.
Huh?
I can probably also level up the Forgotten Magic spell here and get a little more power. Unfortunately, with this spell, I think that there's very little that you can do to just make it stronger right off the bat without storm shards. Let's try to do a clear weather thing real quick here. Do a quick save unless I cause a crash. I could just do it through the console, but this works just as well, I think. There we go. How's that look? That's better, huh? That shouldn't affect gameplay at all. I just did that for the sake of the viewers here. I know that that was really dark. Viewing on my other monitor here is like you could barely see anything that was going on, and it kind of defeated the purpose of walking everybody through my tactics here if you can't see what's going on, you know? Okay, that guy... One more. Ooh. Hold on, I got an idea. Forgotten Magic. There is a perk for this spell here that I really like. It is Supercharge, maybe? No. If you kill somebody with a with one of these spells, it causes a huge damaging explosion. That's the one that I want. And for whatever reason, the tooltips on the Forgotten Magic menu is just super laggy. It can be kind of annoying. The stagger one is nice if I'm going to be using it more in open. This is also nice. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong spell. That's why I couldn't find the right one. Here we go. If killed by an electric charge, the target will explode in 5 seconds, causing massive damage to anyone nearby. This one's hard to actually use, but it creates a lot of visual flair. That this thing sorely needs. Hopefully that guy gets stuck with it there too. Yeah. And it was silent. Very nice. Look at that.
I'm going to find whoever did this, and when I do,
I think he just got injured there too. Head injury.
must be my imagination.
That's the ticket. That guy just got struck by lightning. That's all that happened there. He's got to be pretty close to being finished off with this here too. There you go. And wait for the boom. Yeah. Let's see here. I use the 4-way arrow on the keyboard. It seems to pop up their description instantly. You can use that in tandem with the controller too, by the way. Oh, okay. You're talking about the Forgotten Magic menu. Yeah. That makes sense. I will give that a shot next time. I'm in there. Love that almost zero detection. True stealth. Yeah, that's what I'm going for here. It can kind of break gameplay. And let's face it, the Zippity Zap here is pretty broken already. But I'm trying to spice it up a little bit with the backstabs at the same time there. Okay, I see a guy patrolling over there. Don't see much of anything else. Let's grab Janassa here just in case things go sideways. Where is she? Oh, wow. Spooked me there, Janassa. She's always coming up from unexpected angles. Kind of reminds me of Kato from the Pink Panther, if anybody remembers those old Peter Sellers movies. Or I think it was only the one. He had his assistant attack him like a ninja sporadically to keep him on his toes. Inspector Clouseau. See, it looks like there might be some kind of guard post over here. I want to... Because I know as soon as I set these on fire, they're going to come a-running. Anyway, Janassa's my Kato. Keeps me on my toes. Well, I don't see anything out here. Okay. There are more mercenaries over there. I'm hesitant to engage with them because the job is done, right? Oh crap, there they come.
Is someone there?
Oh,
Nope.
no, you don't.
Did Janassa engage? Oh, they haven't seen her yet. Anyway, we're basically home free if we can just get across the lake to the other side there. But now that these guys have come to investigate, I kind of want to mess with them. Get some destruction skill. And if they come running around the corner here, you better believe they're going to take a knife to a sensitive area. The bees will be mad. Yeah, the bees aren't the only ones.
Come on!
Janassa, we're trying to be quiet here. Or do you not understand that? Oh! They found her. Ooh, it's quick.
You're nothing, hear me? Nothing!
Don't shoot me. Yeah.
There's no escape.
I want my cake and I want to eat it too. Whoa!
That's the best you can do!
Oh my god, they flanked me. Alright, that guy's gonna explode, so we gotta be careful for that. He still hasn't seen me.
That it?
God,
Your best.
no! No more. I yield.
Okay. Well, that could have gone a lot worse. And now, at least, Arangoth knows for sure that it was the Thieves Guild, and that we're sending a message, and he knows not to mess with us. So there's that. Okay, we are trying to get back to Riften, which I believe... Yeah, just cross over here and then head right. So, or left. My other right. Nope, that's the wrong way. That's the pier we came in on. We want to go this way. Oh. Hands got stuck. I wonder if that's a side effect of my head tracking mod. Because that does happen every once in a while. Hands get stuck in a weird position in first-person view, and I have to cycle out of it and back in. Okay, there's the bridge. There's the south bridge on Ilinalta, so... Across here. Now, the road back to Riften can be a little dangerous. At this level, I'm not sure if bears have replaced wolves at this point. But I know that there are a lot of freaking bears in the rift out here outside of Riften. Wolves we can handle. The bears, they kind of scare me. So we're going to try to stay hidden. Okay, is that... That's a fox. We'll leave the fox alone. Got some kind of weird lighting effect going on over there. It doesn't look natural. So we will approach very cautiously here. Watch it just be like a torch or something. I see something running along the ridgeline there. And it sounds like Nagrom's getting hungry. Some other things. I think I have figured out the cause of the crashing that I've seen in the last couple episodes, exiting dialogue. Okay, that's just a guard. And he doesn't seem too concerned about anything, so we're probably safe from here on out. I am tempted to go find the Shadow Stone over here, just to get my own Thief Stone one step closer to getting the bonus ability, but there is a Necromancer over there, and there might be a bunch of bears on the way over there, so I'm not quite ready to take that on just yet. Let's just go turn in the quest, make our gold. We'll go do some training in destruction, maybe go do the Solitude quest at the same time so we can use Seville over there. Okay, I think we're home free at this point. Okay. Yeah, it could have been me. My stomach groaning. So I'll go ahead and crunch.
Someone do something.
I'll kill you.
I'm getting out of here.
No sign of him.
Is Janassa firing at him too? Speaking of rogue thieves, what time is it, by the way? 6:15 a.m. Oh, one of our own. Maybe one of our own. I don't know. Maybe he was rogue. Take his lockpicks, though, and his silver. And unenchanted thieves gear. This is another WACCF thing. It adds unenchanted thieves and assassins gear to these thieves and assassins that pop up. It's pretty nice, actually. I think the Thieves' Hood is just like the Torturer's Hood, except I think you can actually temper it, which is a really nice option for light armored people. The drawback of WACCF is that it touches pretty much everything in the game, and it requires a ton of patches, and if you're having weird issues, especially with things that people equip, it's probably an incompatibility between that and another armor mod. Naked helmet. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if I could actually smith up the thieves' hood.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Ranger hood. Actually, it does not look like you can. Interesting. I thought you could temper that, but you couldn't do it with the Torturer's hood. Interesting. I think you can temper the enchanted version of the Thieves Guild hood. Okay, so let's stop in for some breakfast. We'll sell off our loot that is not stolen, and then we'll head down
Got the
to
coin?
the cistern
You've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
to sell off our stolen stuff and turn in the quest and unlock the next one.
Our hero claims
Oh, it's you again. What in blazes do you
I
want?
tell you, the dragonborn comes.
Need some water?
course.
The voice-wielding power of the ancient
And we'll see what kind of good food you got for breakfast.
Take a look.
Just promise not to spit in it, okay?
dragonborn comes.
Let's see. Salmon steak is light enough. Everything else is pretty heavy. We already have an apple pie. I think that'll do it.
Door's over there. Why don't you
Okay.
use it?
To the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
Hey, Talon, get off your lazy
Beware,
tail and take care of the
beware,
customer.
dragonborn
Keep your scales on.
comes.
Yeah, so I think I figured out the crashing issues, and it seems like it was due to conversational face light. So I've turned that option off in the MCM for Face Light Plus, and I've re-enabled the alternate conversation camera because I'm pretty sure that was not causing the issue. And so far, I've done a lot of testing
Want a
off
drink?
camera or off stream anyway, and it seems to be very stable. So that's good. That's a huge win, I think.
Depends. Are you thirsty?
Depends. I
Hungry?
definitely don't want
Both?
depends. Venison chop? Nah, these drinks are a little too
Just
too
get out
heavy.
here.
First thing in the morning here, or last thing in the morning because we've been up to a lot. Okay. We'll go ahead and drink some wine. I know it's 6 in the morning, but it is actually very late for us, so we'll have some celebratory wine there. Some apple pie, rabbit haunch, and the peasant roast. There we go. That should just about do it for us here. Just waiting for the hydrated message to
Why
come
don't
up.
they
And we'll wait for all the shops to open up here.
listen to me, Kirava? Why won't they do as I say?
Unenchanted Thieves' Gear, sung to the tune of Some Enchanted Evening. Nice, I like it.
I tell you,
Riften
the
is getting dangerous
dragonborn
indeed.
comes with a voice-wielding power.
The Thieves
of
Guild
the
is
ancient
back, baby.
Northern art. Believe-
Get through the heavy stuff first.
And perform miracles with steel, eh?
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Take a look.
Here we go. So I have to apologize if I'm a little less energetic than I usually am. I did get the first shot of the vaccine for the human malware.
If you need any more
And
smithing work,
the side effects
come
aren't
see me
severe,
again.
but it did make my arm sore for probably a good 48 hours, and it's just now feeling better. But it also made me really tired.
Beautiful baubles.
I got
gleaming
just a solid 8 or 9
gemstones
hours of
over
sleep the
here.
last couple nights, which is really unusual for me, and I just, it's been hard to get myself out of bed.
Clean and free.
But it seems to be getting better now. Look at those shoulder pads.
Buying and selling fine
You gonna buy
jewelry
something?
here.
Or just here for training? Otherwise, move on.
So yeah, not feeling sick, not feeling depressed or really lethargic or anything. Just not as super energetic as I usually am for these live streams. I know I'm usually bringing the heat and I'm wild and crazy because I like to party. Very sleepy after day one. Okay, so it's not me. Yeah, my wife didn't really have an issue with it at all. And then a couple of guys at work, we were talking about it, got it on the same day, and they haven't had an issue either. But yeah, it really got to me. Oh, this is RDO. Yeah, sure. You seem pretty desperate for coin. Having trouble selling your goods?
Are you serious? I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by.
Seems dangerous for a merchant to be traveling the roads with the war going on.
Well, let's all raise a flagon to Ulfric, future king of Skyrim and bringer of poverty to the working class. Say, you look like you could handle yourself.
Jewelry with
Maybe you can
legendary
help me,
Argonian
if you're looking for work.
Possibly. Well, I'm not going to just give her money. That's not how Nagrom operates. All right. What do you need help with?
I need someone to pick up supplies from Naranya, living in Windhelm.
Beautiful
From
bubbles
Urania
and
in
gleaming
Windhelm.
gemstones over here.
Sure, I'll help.
Thank you. Just bring it back to me, and I'll gladly pay you for your trouble.
All meat.
So what exactly am I getting for you? Nothing too illegal, I hope. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Don't ask any questions, all right? Just bring it back to me.
All right, all right. I know it's shady. I gotta say, I'm into it.
Protect yourself right.
All right, we got
Buy
anything
armor
else
from
we can sell to this guy?
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry? Everything I've got on display, really.
Yeah, it's like it's totally like automated phone line type robotic voice. But you know, he actually did a really good job splicing together the existing lines, I think.
Safe travels, Landstrider.
Oh, you know what? We may as well use Grelka here
You gonna stare all day or buy some?
to sell
Take
off
a
all the
look.
other stuff too. Resist Frost. That's tempting, but I feel like it's just too bulky for a Nightblade type character. Yeah, we'll sell it. Gotta stay quiet, you know? I like how items that I steal myself are marked as stolen permanently. But if I take the items off of a thief that got killed in the middle of the street, it's cool to sell to whoever I want. Doesn't look like anything else here. Okay. Time to head down
Come
to
back when you're
Thieves
ready to spend
Guild.
more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
I would like to follow up
Buy some
on
armor
these
and
Thieves
make
Guild
tell about
opportunities here because the more I progress in the Thieves Guild and the more cities I open up to their influence, the more money the defenses have. Which means more money for me when I sell stolen items. Which means more powerful weapons and enchanted clothing through honed metal. I wish they hadn't used living in. The rest of it all worked so well. Yeah. I mean, that's true. There are some tweaks that could have been made probably fairly easily, but you know, for what it is, I think it works pretty well.
If you're looking for extra work, talk to Vex or Delvin.
I
They'll
do
fix
miss the
you up.
conversational base light here, but you know, it's better to have it fixed. It looks like we got some weird wrist stuff going on there too.
I give special rates to members of the Thieves Guild. Show me what you've got.
Sell off all the red-handed stuff. There we go. Just out of curiosity, dude, does she have any cool daggers? 3 points of frost damage, not worth it. Ignites the ground under the target, dealing 5 damage for 8 seconds. That's a little better, but for an iron dagger, we're giving up a lot of damage. And I have run the Xedit script that allows honed metal enchanters under honed metal to have access to all of the Summer Mist enchantments. So there's that. So yeah, gathering enchantments is a little less of an issue after all of that. Okay, let's find Brynjolf here and let him know that we did our stuff. Guessing maybe he is in the cistern here. There we go. Oh look, he's waiting right here in the middle for us.
You've made a mess of things, and Maven's furious. I told you not to burn more than 3 of the hives. I've smoothed things over with her for now.
Did I burn
But
more
you
than
can
3?
Forget your cut.
The hell? I thought I only burned the 3. I'll have to go... Oops. I touched the wrong button there. Sorry. Not picking a fight with you, Brynjolf. I could have sworn I only did 3. Yeah, sorry, Bryn. Here's what was in the safe. I feel like they're pulling one over on me. I'll have to go back and look at the
Let me
footage.
see that. Arengoth sold Golden Glow? What's that idiot thinking? He has no idea the extent of Maven's fury.
Just like
when
Twist,
she's
eh?
been cut out of a deal. But I'm certain he'll find out. If only the parchment had the buyer's name instead of this odd symbol. Any idea what that might be? Blast. Well, I'll check my sources and speak to Mercer. But for now, you're off to speak to Maven Blackbriar. She asked for you by name.
Yeah, I suppose so. I was also wondering if maybe one of the electric charge explosions got to one of them, and for some reason that counted as a flame. Good, it's about time I met her.
Don't sound so eager. It's not a social visit. It's business.
Of course. I wasn't looking forward to meeting her just because of her good company, you know.
That's between you and Maven, and I prefer to keep it that way. Just keep your ears open,
yeah,
and
maybe.
your mouth shut, and you'll do fine.
That's the first time I've actually accidentally lit one on fire that I wasn't trying to. Sinfully beautiful Bryn. Looks like he spends a lot of time on his hair, doesn't it? Can't blame him. Alright, so we're probably pretty tired. No, we're still good. I did take a little nap before heading out. Did that off stream. I really don't want to burn this entrance, but... yeah, well, it's a lot quicker than going all the way back through the Ratway. Hey there, Simba. What'd you do to Brynjolf? He looks like Triss Marigold. Man, I just followed the Nolva's guide, alright? Yeah, the main reason, actually, probably 2 or 3 of the main reasons that I use modding guides are for the texture overhauls, the landscapes, and the architecture and stuff like that, and then also the NPCs, because that is a vast, complicated world that I don't really want to take in or take on with my own brain. So using a guide for that stuff is usually how I go about it. But yeah, you end up with fashion model Brynjolf sometimes. Hey, it happens. And if the worst thing that I have to deal with is looking at a beautiful Thieves Guild boss
Looking to stay alive?
that
Why
happens
take
to
a
be
chance?
male, I guess I can deal with it, right? Let's see, what am I doing out here? Oh yeah, I'm looking for Maven. She should be upstairs. Mostly the hair. Gotta love all those FF-inspired male hairs. So lore-friendly. Yeah.
This is an ode to Skyrim.
FF meaning Final Fantasy.
Daughters. The storm
Got some
comes.
cloud strife going on there.
We drink to our youth, to the days coming.
Yeah, the face looks great.
For the
I guess it would
age
be
of
easy enough just to
oppression
change the
is now
hairstyle, even in like
moving
something like
down.
SSE Edit. But,
We'll
you know,
drive out the
it's
empire
not
from
worth it
this
to me.
land that
So
we
you're
He looks
the
fine.
one that burned down Golden Glow Estate.
I don't know how Brynjolf actually looks
Any
prettier than
idea
Maven.
what that little stunt you pulled is going to cost me? I'm amazed you even bothered to show your face here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, what did you want?
The only reason we're having this conversation is due to Brynjolf's assurance you won't botch another assignment. He claims
Thieves Guild
you
already
possess
has a
some
beautiful
sort of
man.
Uncanny
Delvin.
aptitude for your line of work. Quite frankly, I find that hard to believe.
Hey, if he were that beautiful, he wouldn't need to peep on Vex, right? Brynjolf always looks prettier than Maven? Alright. I guess that's an eye of the beholder thing, but I think you make a good point there. Your opinion has some merit in this case. Maven is not known for her stunning good looks, I suppose. Hey, I'm the best at what you do,
Is
at what
that
I do.
confidence I hear? Or is it arrogance? Strange how
Probably
often
arrogance.
they're confused. You have to understand. It's been a long time since Brynjolf sent me anyone I can rely on.
So you have no faith in the guild?
Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All
Touche,
I care
Maven.
about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area.
Oh, I have a few gray areas. Oh, you weren't talking about my body. Okay. You won't have that problem with me.
I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Hunningbrew Meadery that I want to put out of business. I also want to know how they managed to get the place up and running so quickly.
All right. Where should I start?
Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Machius. He'll fill you in on all the details.
Cool. I'll go do it.
One more time, in case I wasn't clear. You butcher this job, and you will be sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm shaking in my robes. Can you see? Oh, I'm shaking in my robes. Oh, I'm shaking in my robes. Alright, how do I get out of here? Okay, so we are running on little sleep. We're not tired yet, so I was half tempted to run back down to the cistern and get a few hours of shut-eye, but I think we're okay fatigue-wise. Yeah, nothing complaining yet. So I don't think we have anything else to do out here. I could go look at the Shadow Stone, but that entails going all the way around this outcrop and dealing with all the potential bears and everything. And at this level, bears are extremely scary. They are very quick and they hit like a truck. I'm just not sure that there's much that I can do about it at this point, so I'm going to avoid that for now. Let's see. We do have 2 jobs in Whiterun, but I do want to get some destruction training. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go ahead and make the long trek over to Solitude here. We'll get some destruction training from Sabile. And we'll go ahead and do our job over there too, which is just fudging the numbers a little bit at the inn. So yeah, Janassa, we have a long trip ahead of us, so you know, rub down those butt cheeks now while you still got a chance. And I'm here to help you out with that if you needed any assistance. Just throwing that out there. Okay, let's see here. What's your name? Cigar.
Need a ride?
Cigar is smoking. Talking about beautiful men. Cigar, get it? All right, maybe the drowsiness from the vaccine there is wearing off. Starting to get annoying again.
Where do you want to go?
Let's see. We are headed to Solitude, my good Cigar.
Back and we'll be off.
You Cuban, by any chance?
First time to Solitude? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim, but I'm sure you already knew that.
I was hoping you'd approve, Strudel. Good enough for an eye roll yet? I don't consider the stream a success until you're rolling your eyes at me. Look at that armor.
To join the Legion, speak to Rika.
They know how to dress their guards in
Just
Solitude
keep your
here,
nose
don't
clean
they?
while you're here. Or
Impressive.
you'll end up like Rogvir.
Rogvir? You tell me that like I know who that guy is. Never heard of him.
can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home.
Oh,
Go home.
they're
and
doing a
stay
play
there
up
till
on the
the
stage here.
night
It's been a while since I've seen a good play.
You should tell her that
Let's
her
get
uncle is
let's get up
scum that
real
betrayed his
close.
high king.
Make sure we can hear
Does
all the
she
lines
know
of
now,
dialogue here.
You're all heart, Vivian.
It's starting.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrik. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of
Wow,
Solitude.
the costumes are really authentic, right?
There was no murder.
The fear in that
Ulfric
guy's
died
eyes is so
sorry.
real.
He beat the High
And the
King
desperation
fair
in his
combat.
voice. This is a
Such is
top-notch
our
production.
way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Oh man. I wonder what kind of special effects they got running up here on this gig. Are they gonna make it look real? Man, I can't wait. This is so tense.
I go to Sovngarde.
Oh, he chopped his head off so hard he went bald. That was impressive. Bravo, bravo. Do I have any flowers to throw up on stage? There we go. Amazing work, guys. Amazing work. Hey. Okay. I think he's taking his role a little too far there. What, nobody's clapping for this? Tough crowd, huh? They must have stage productions like this like every day if these people are so hard to impress.
More.
Really? So they have better productions than this? On a daily basis?
To bad rubbish, I say.
It was that bad? I thought it was great. Alright. People are overly critical. Can't stand being around you. Let's see what we have here over in the Radiant Raiment here. I've been kind of eyeing up some darker infiltration clothing here. Glad you liked my take on that, Strudel. Yeah, some more appropriate infiltration
or did you just steal those
equipment
robes
other than
from a
this,
real wizard?
than the novice robes here. You only tell me that because I'm an orc, right? I am a powerful wizard, I will have you know.
Let's see if we can't find an outfit that suits you.
Yeah, they did burn the king weekly, so they're probably used to it. They're very desensitized. Good call, good call. Black robes. The robes I'm really not a big fan of because they tend to bind around the legs when you're trying to get low to the ground and sneak. Something with pants would be more preferable. Maybe next time we go to Markarth, we'll make our way down to the Divine Elegance shop and see what we can find there, and that would be better. See, these I was looking at too. I think this would be cool with maybe a dark bandolier or something. Dark headscarf might work, but I like the hood better. I haven't seen a standalone black hood, but I think I can get one off of like a necromancer if we found like a conjurer's lair or something like that. Definitely need the eye patch. A black fur hood might work. Although I prefer something a little more sleek than a bristly fur hood. I might go get the Nightshade set from Divine Elegance is what I'm thinking. Something that with like a dark hood mixed in would look really cool. I think one of Magus's no pants. Sorry. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm saying. You get a lot of business like this?
Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business.
So is that how you compensate for your tiny little face and your huge ears?
Finally.
I'll leave her with that. She'll be thinking about it all day, stewing. Is my face really that tiny? The answer is yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so the Winking Skeever over here, we have some numbers we gotta fudge, but let's see, it's early afternoon. Let's go ahead and hit the Court Mage over here. Get some destruction training. So I can be less spammy with the zippity zap. I think that Nagrom actually likes the fanciness of this place, though. They know how to dress their guards. Their stonework is always kept in a nice state of repair. Top quality productions in the front stage every day. Top-notch special effects. Well, you seem like a fancy-dressed man.
Have you come to visit the Hyquin? Well...
The Hyquin?
In line. I've been waiting for weeks on account of that clumsy oaf of an executioner.
Oh, you mean the actor? The Red Guard with the axe? He does good work from what I've seen.
Is that so? Well, maybe the Sand Walker was finally sober. Because the execution I witnessed was a tribute to incompetence. It took 2 cuts to slice off the head. The first cut being so poor it squirted blood all over a couple of elven dignitaries standing up front.
Well, that's an added bonus.
I offered my handkerchief to the lady, as is custom, but instead she reached for my cloak and wiped the blood all over the fur.
Well... You know, I wouldn't worry about it. I can hardly even see it.
Of course. I wouldn't expect a commoner like you to tell the difference between a fine robe and a family heirloom. 7 generations this cloak has been in my family. 7. Can you count to 7?
Yes, this is the same guy, Strudel.
I venture not, but it's a long time.
I can barely understand a word he's saying, but I'm always happy to listen to him.
Bear to death with his bare hands to get this fur. And it's been passed down from father to son ever since.
From farter to son? Alright, you're talking about farts, I'm out of here.
Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave.
Hope I'm not seeing
noises and lights.
Sabille with a gray face there. No, I think it's okay.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Halfingar's people will always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control.
The Blue Palace looks great though, doesn't it? With the lighting and the textures.
Some more tempered reaction might be called for.
I'm not running any of the interior overhauls from the Novice guide, but honestly, just seeing the interiors from just the texture overhauls and the lighting.
But about the cave?
I will have someone take care
was
of the
probably
cave
the
as
biggest...
well, Varnius. You can rest easy.
The biggest thing helping me decide that I didn't need those, because it looks awesome. Right, Strudel? No overhauls needed. The dome is the best part. Oh, from the outside or from within? Because it does look great from within, especially with the shadows from windows. Looks great. Okay, Sabille, where are you going? Don't run back to bed just yet. Oh man, she is booking it to the bed.
If I needed something from you, you would know it.
Hey, what's your problem?
Nothing. I'm busy, and I don't like being bothered unless I'm expecting something from you. Oh, don't give me that look.
Oh, from the outside? I'll go take a look once we get back out there.
To set your mind on. We have something of a vampire problem. Bodies have been
menial
found with
task,
blood
and then
drained.
goes on to assign
I
me
know
a
that
vampire
nearby you can wipe
hunting
out as a
assignment.
precaution.
Oh yeah, I'll have to look at the Novice guide and let you know about that, Strudel. I'm not really sure, but I think it's a combination of a couple, 2 or 3 different texture mods. All right, I'll see what I can do.
I don't expect you to be capable of even that.
Vampires are less of a threat if you get the drop on them. So yeah, the main reason I'm here is I want some training in destruction magic.
I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge.
I think she's looking for the interior textures for the Blue Palace, particularly. I think there might be it might be a standalone one, but it also might be a pack with others. And I think that there was like a throne replacer too. I'll look at the guide when the stream is over, and I'll see if I can pinpoint exactly what it is. Okay, we should have lots of money for lots of training here, and we got to level up. And depending on how this level up thing goes... Hey, by the way, are you worried about the Wolf Skull Cave stuff from the petitioner?
Not really. Varnius Junius is a fool. I'm sure nothing will come of it. I suppose if you're truly interested, you could talk to Falk. He's the better safe than sorry type.
The man who cried wolf. I do like the tactic of
Vampires
trying to
are
make a
clever
good
hunters.
name for yourself
More
in an
clever
area
than you,
before you start fleecing the place as a thief. And it also helps to don the college robes and everything. You don't look like a thief. You got the staff and everything. Makes you look a little more trustworthy. We got a little arcane escrator over here, although we don't have any arcanum spells at the moment. But yeah, so I think we'll try to do some stuff to help out the people here before we start stealing things. We also need to keep in mind that we need to make Maven happy, so getting back over to Whiterun and dealing with that is also a priority. Okay, let's level up. We actually haven't been running out of magicka too much here, but there are certain boosts with some spells that it increases the damage with the more magicka that you have, so I might continue to concentrate on that. Health hasn't been an issue, but we really haven't been forced into open combat that we couldn't get out of. And Janessa has helped out a lot with that too. I think I'm going to go ahead and split between health and magicka for the time being until at least health level 200. And then we'll focus on magicka after that. Stamina hasn't been an issue. Actually, maybe I'll take stamina this time too, because once we get forced into more open combat, we're going to need that, I think, for the continued dodging. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Dual casting will help quite a bit. And I'm thinking about just focusing on electromancy here too. Nagrom, the Electromancer Nightblade. Kind of like the sound of that. And I haven't really done an Electromancer build with, you know, Ordinator and Forgotten Magic or otherwise. So I think that might be fun. Let's see what else we have. So I could take the Ionized Path and dual casting, and that will help me be less spammy with the Zippity Zap, the electric charge. And move on with our day instead of, you know, doing the whole game of hide and go zap. This will help bolster our sneak rating when close to other enemies, which is going to be really helpful, but I don't think we've actually needed it so much. So yeah, right now I think I want to take this backstab thing. 25% more critical, more damage and critical damage with daggers when striking the target from behind, which we do most of the time. I'm going to go ahead and take that, and I'm going to take the 2 perks in Destruction as well, and then we'll take that other sneak rating perk next time, I think. But right now the focus is just damage output to try to dispatch our enemies in the most efficient way possible. Now hopefully our Zippity Zap can be dual cast. Let's oh no. I misspent. It's single cast only. Well, oh well, that'll be helpful for other spells, I think. Odin does add some new, it's either adept or expert level spells that act kind of like this. So it kind of plants a grenade type spell on the enemy, and then after 4 seconds it blows up for massive damage. And that can be dual cast. And I don't think I have a quick save to go back to. Oh, I do. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't need the dual casting perk right now. I can spend that on the infiltration perk instead. Extravagant interiors is what I was seeing. Okay, great. So we know. Extravagant interiors by itself is fantastic. It is. But yeah, I think that there is a combination of other mods. There's some lighting stuff going on here with the windows. And there was a throne replacer in there too. But yeah, the extravagant textures by itself is quite nice with the wallpaper and stuff.
Be quick. I have little patience for mundane concerns.
Oh, I've already done all this. Okay.
Take care of yourself.
This one for sure. That'll make our Zippity Zap more powerful. And we'll get nice and sneaky over here with the right behind you and backstab. There we go. I feel better about that.
And always remember, the world is ripe with people looking to spill your blood.
Okay, let's go talk to Falk. Oh no, we need to do more training. Don't go to bed just yet. Oh, come on, Sabine.
I have so very many ways to deal with people. Very few of them pleasant.
Is that a threat? Man, I wish I had a job where I could just sleep in all day. Alright. More training.
I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge.
And that's probably not going to take us to our next level up, but I will be pleased if it does. No, definitely not. But we're close. And the next Zippity Zap should give us another level in destruction. So that'll help a little bit. Where's the steward here? Is he hiding behind the guard? Yes, he is.
Do you have business with the court?
Yeah, I heard you're looking for some help with the Wolf Skull.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue?
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times.
Oh, is he?
There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
So why is this thing called Wolfskull Cave?
The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now. But everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted.
It's haunted.
Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
All right. Well, you could tell that to the Eventone dude over here. Because apparently he's been waiting here for like years. All right. Let's see here. Trying to think of other things we can do in Solitude. The Bard's College is a strong possibility here. if we could bring back the burning of King Olaf, that whole Wicker Man festival, that would go a long way toward creating a good name for us here in Solitude. This Dervenin thing, we could do that. That's pretty low risk. Gameplay-wise, anyway. I think lore-wise, dealing with Sheogorath is quite risky. Who's that? Oh, that's Pantea. She looks way different, huh?
Good afternoon. I'm Pantea Atia, the master vocalist.
Oh, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I didn't want to say that her name was Panty, but she was like, I'm Panty. What do you do around here?
I'm a bard from the Bard's College here in Solitude.
She looks very
Wanderers
real.
like you should think about applying. Now you can say you've met the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
Guess I can. Is she part of Pandorables, or is that just a straight-up Botox thing? Hard to say. Alright, so let's see. We have some stuff to do. Dampened Spirits we definitely need to get to at some point soon here. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to go do that. If I'm role-playing this, I know it's going to be sore on my my beefy orc butt to take another carriage all the way over here to Whiterun, but that's really the more pressing matter right now. We've made an appearance at the Blue Palace, and we've offered to take on this Wolf Skull thing. We've scouted the place out a little bit. We can come back and then do the ledger stuff once we have taken care of Wolf Skull and Pine Moon Cave, which I think is in my miscellaneous stuff, and then we can go do the the Bard stuff as well. But I think the more pressing issue is in Whiterun at the moment. We have to bide our time and find the right time and place to strike with these Thieves Guild jobs here, if we're role-playing this the correct way. And I know I'm doing a lot of exploration of meta and stuff like that.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
But I'm also trying to blend that with
want to rethink that.
with a good amount of roleplay here too. I think that there's a happy medium in there somewhere. I've been watching the Rykon Permadeath series, Seeking Sovngarde, and I think he does a really good job of trying to make the best use of the game mechanics to stay alive,
You get bored, stranger.
but also role-playing a bit as well. So it can be done. This guy seems like a shady figure, but we're going to avoid him for now until we get a better name built up here in Solitude. Alright, so let's go to Whiterun.
I've got a little work if you're interested, traveler.
Still impressed that we're alive given Excedrin's fate. Yeah, and we don't even have any armor here. Now, a lot of that had to do with the super boring spamming of Muffle and the sneak training that we did in the first 2 episodes, but you know, it's paying off now because I get to just play the game and not worry about the meta stuff, the slack attack stuff, and I can just focus on role-playing, getting through interesting encounter zones like Golden Glow. And now we have another challenge at the Haunting Brew Meadery. The Pied Piper guy is definitely going to be an interesting challenge, I think.
Where do you want to go?
I would like to head back to Whiterun, if you don't mind.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
There is another good-looking carriage driver.
Oh, steady.
One of these days, I'm going to make Strudel's eyes roll right out of her head, and I'm going to do a happy dance that she won't be able to see because she has no eyes. Okay, let's see. Back here in Whiterun. Now, before we do the Isolde burglary quest, I do kind of want to... Oh, we never collected our bounty here from the Silent Moons thing. Well, that's going to help. That's going to help out a lot. We do have a little bit of a name because we did run some errands for some people over here too. So I think the Isolde quest is something that we can do. And depending on the time right now, she might be piss farting around out in the market, so we might be able to hit her place right now if we're lucky enough here. Oh, and the doors. I mean, just little changes like this. The Novice Guide is very complete about touching pretty much everything. And this little touch with the fancy schmancy doors for each of the walled cities is just really cool little touch in my opinion. Okay. Heading up to the Wind District, which I do get to often. Nazim. Okay, that's Olava's house. But on the way, let's just see if there's anybody home at Isolde's house. No answer. Perfect. Okay, let's make sure we're hidden. Okay, we are looking for... What is it we're looking for here? Burglary drop. Golden urn. I'm going to scan the place for some chump change here. I don't want to completely fleece the place because that's going to lead to a little more suspicion. When, you know, we can kind of just take this thing and leave everything else intact, and she may not even notice for a while that it's gone. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay, so the run animation is fine, but the sprint animation is a little wacky, and I know that Stu had manipulated his install of this running animation mod to skip the sprinting animation. It's just kind of comical. He was describing it as, you know, you leaning back away from your sprint with your legs like way out in front of you. I've seen certain animes handle sprint in that way too, but mostly in like a comical way. Like when they're running away from something ridiculous or running towards something ridiculous in an overly enthusiastic way. That's how they run.
Good to see you.
It's a little funky. It's a little silly for me. Okay, so just here for my bounty, I cleared out the Silent Moons camp.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
640 septims, bounty gold.
Enjoy your visit to
Doing
Dragon's
some
Reach.
work there. I like it. Okay. Hey, animation is better than the default sneak in Oblivion. It's very true. Any animation. Well, because that's not really even any animation, really. To be fair. Okay. Next on the to-do list is going to talk to Machias Malus at the Bannered Mare. So we'll probably talk to him, we'll get a good night's sleep, and we will head over to Haunting Brew bright and early in the morning and see what we can do to help out with Maven here. We do need to make a good impression on her after accidentally burning down an extra beehive, I guess.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything.
Apparently happened.
Take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Who is this? Aymar.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding.
Who are you?
If you need to sample some of the finest mead in Skyrim, you're in the right place.
Really? I always thought that mead was kind of cheap here. Okay, let's see if Elithor has any good FMR spells that can help complete our Electromancer collection. Yes, we do. We have a Storm Strike. And it is destruction. Charges the target, causing 9 shock damage per second for 6 seconds. Alright, that might even be more effective than what we're using. We'll take a look at it. I'll try to level them all up eventually. I don't see anything else that fits the bill there. We do have Sparks, which we don't already have, I think, so I'll go ahead and buy that while I'm at it. And I don't see anything else. Okay, great. We're getting to the point now where we can actually go grab Zora too. And cross that off the list if we're looking for something to do in the Riverwood area. Repertoire. Hey, Haster. Welcome, friend. Hope you're doing well. Oh, are you... did I say repertoire? Yeah, French pronunciation is really beyond me. There's nothing I can do about it. Uthgerd, is there anything else we can do here? Nah, let's just go talk to Machias. Let's see, he's not in here. He might be in the kitchen. Machias. The age of aggression is just about wake up, dear. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Just gonna put in my order here, and then we can talk business, yeah? Wow, Janasta's in a full-blown mosey here.
You want a drink?
I was just thinking it when you said it properly. Oh. Did I say it properly? That'd be a new one on me. Hey, by the way, did you know that some Malakir warriors are looking for... Oh, no, I can't start that right now. I have other stuff on the docket. I'll come back for you.
Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both.
Yeah, I could go for an ale, I think. How about that? That's all I need.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, has it? Hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. Anyway.
Can't a man drink in peace?
Maven said you're expecting me.
I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Haunting
you better keep it short.
Sabyarn is about
I don't want you making it long while I'm sitting here.
Runs captain of the guard, and we're going to poison the meat.
Yeah, I'm definitely starting to feel a little better, I think. So you have the poison for me then?
No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabyarn to give it to us. The meadery has quite a pest problem, and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well. You know what I mean?
No, I always put poison in my mead. It builds up the immunity to it. Kind of like the Princess Bride. So, what do you want me to do?
You're going to happen by and lend poor old Sabyarn a helping hand. He's going to give you the poison to use on the pests.
And just smaller characters like this just look great with this NPC overhaul. I'm always impressed with people that I see and like their expressive facial features and yeah, it was well worth it following that NPC guide.
Planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabyarn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work.
Not worth it trying to figure all this stuff out without a guide, though. Left to my own devices, I'd probably just use Diversity or TCM and call it a day, but seeing the results now, especially now that I'm not crashing anymore, which was a bummer, makes me glad I did it. It's just a pleasure to see some of these faces in action. That was a weird statement. So what are you doing through all of this? Oh, hold on. So why are you doing all this? What's your stake in the game?
I made the mistake of borrowing coin from Sabjorn. He's allowing me to pay it back, but he's working my fingers to the bone. He treats me like a slave. I have to do every nasty,
Disgruntled
dirty
workers,
job
man.
in the meadery.
Always keep your workers happy. It's not worth it. So this is, there's more to this than debt then, isn't there?
If this plan works, not only is my debt gone, but I'll
Three
be
things.
set up for life. Maven and I worked out a little deal. If Sabjorn ends up in jail, she's gonna take over his meadery. And guess who gets to run the Blackbriar meadery in Whiterun? You're looking at him.
Alright. Well, sounds like a deal. I hope there's nothing you're not telling me about, like, rogue mages living in the basement or anything like that. I mean, you seem trustworthy enough. I'm sure it's fine, right? Just poisoning the rats is all I gotta do. Alright, I'll get to it first thing tomorrow morning.
Remember, Sabjorn will be needing a helping hand. Make it look good.
Yeah, not 2 things. She wants 3 things. Pretty soon, she's going to want all the things. Okay, let's go ahead and rent a room here. We'll wait till night.
If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood
We'll
for
get
the
some
fires?
rest, and then we'll head over to offer Sabjorn a helping hand.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Freedy does sound interesting. I want to try being Freedy.
Yes? I understand.
Maybe one day when I'm looking for a new experience, life is getting a little too routine, I'll try my hand at the whole Freedy stuff. Got some more light coming in from those windows there. Very nice. Some blue moonlight, anyway. Alright, are we hungry? We're still not tired after that super early start that we got at Golden Glow at midnight. We've been up ever since. Still not fatigued. Nagrom has some stamina, huh? That also means 2 things. We never drink our ale that we bought. Alright, we'll get through this generic Nord mead here. There we go. Hey, Haggis is here. Hello, Haggis.
A few septims for my supper is all I ask.
A little bit of breakfast. Go ahead and polish off the water. We'll get some more before we head out.
I heard the gourmets hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. Of course.
We will take on the Dark Brotherhood quest at some point too. Right now, we're just working on our gold supplies right now, so we can get some sweet ass infiltration gear going on. Oh, William. Haggis are small rodent-like creatures. They have very spiffy hairstyles. They almost look like they have Apache hair mods installed on them. And on one side of their body, they have short legs, and on one side of their body, they have long legs so that they can more easily navigate the sloped, hilly sections of Scotland. And they're notoriously hard to track down. So that's why Haggis is able to make a living hunting them down. I think I got that all right, Haggis. Let me know if I got anything wrong, but I think I'm pretty well versed on the Haggis lore at this point. And they're generally fairly docile, but they can be dangerous in numbers, especially if they get like up the leg of your trousers. And you're not wearing your, you don't got your feet in your wellies. It's a specialist job, yeah. Gets paid well for what he does, I'm sure. Okay, Haunting Brew, Haunting Brew. We're going to show up early. Hey, check out the Argonian. Looking spiffy. Apothecary, huh? You know what? Maybe I have some stuff that I can sell you. Yeah, not really. The stuff I have I feel like I can use, so I'll hold on to it. Well, that's why Scotsmen wear kilts. So they don't have any trousers to climb up. But then they have better access to the low-hanging fruit, if you catch my drift. If you know what I mean. Oh, wow. Fine, clean establishment you got here, Savjorn.
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't see any problems at all. What, is something wrong?
Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunting Brew Reserve for the captain of the guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined.
Yeah. Well, you know, for a small fee, I might be able to help you out.
Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you?
Well, that's where the small fee comes in.
Paid until the job's done.
Well, that's the only way I operate.
Well, that's not how I operate, so forget it.
Well, you'd better, or I'll yell skeever.
Okay. No need to make rash decisions. Here's half. You get the rest when the job's done. My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed.
All right. So you got any ideas on how do I permanently clear out these vermin?
I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back.
You got yourself a deal.
Don't come back until every one of those things are dead.
Oh, what? Because I just want to lay my eyes upon your beautiful face so bad that I'll come back early, say it's done? I don't think so, buddy.
Now I've got to clean up this mess.
Yeah, just be thankful that you don't have to go rooting around in the cellar there. Okay, watch out for traps because those can be really deadly with no armor and legendary difficulty and low health pools. You had a stream crash? I'm still going strong on my second monitor over here. How's everybody else doing? Still good? Alright, zippity zap. And there's my level up. Oh, that's a tough skeever. That is a tough skeever. It's a venom fang. Okay. 2 zippity zaps. Oh my god! Did I die? Am I dead? I'm gonna cry. Oh, no. I blew myself up with my own electricity. That is a fitting end, I think. Oh my god. What did I do? Death number 1. And that's the only one that counts because this is a permadeath. Oh my god. I was feeling so good about things. That's exactly what I did, William. I looked away for a moment, and that's when the skeever blew up. Killed myself with my own electricity. Yeah, I made it twice as far as I did before. Man. You know, I was really worried that this character was going to get too easy. Man. Oh, boy. Let's roll the credits. Man, Maven's gonna be pissed at the Thieves Guild. Yeah, it's a learning experience for sure there, Magus. I know now. Oh my god. Of all the ways to go. Nagrom. Felt like I barely knew you. Man, I had such grand plans, too. Okay. We will roll another one, I think. Well, no, next week is going to be the Character Challenge Showcase. I feel like the Character Challenge might be losing some steam. I'm afraid it might not come back. I don't know. That just might be the cynic in me. I hope it doesn't go away, but... It's alright if it does. I'll still be doing some characters. I don't want to end the stream here. I still have another good, close to an hour. So maybe I'll take the opportunity to show off my character here for the character challenge. Yeah, I was very afraid of Hamlin too. He's a tough enemy. Yeah, the current one was a little bit of a departure from the character challenges that we've had. I think it stumped a lot of people. I was lucky enough that this is kind of how I play the game, is through random starts and trying to figure out my character as I go. I think Strudel does something very similar, but I feel like she has enough of that same thing on her plate with the story that she's trying to write with the current characters that she has, that maybe that is what happened. I don't want to put words in your mouth, Strudel, but that's the feeling that I got. Didn't stump me, it's just that you've done it before, yeah. Yep, this is the Amnesia one. So this here is Verfear the Lost, is the name that I gave him. And I got this name from... Oh, you know what? I got to quit out of this. This is the uncapped frame rate that's going to tank my stream performance here. So I'm going to quit out of this. I'm going to enable the 60 frames per second cap that I use for my permadeath profile. This guy's name is Verfir the Lost, and I got that name from an Old Norse dictionary, an Old Norse translator. And the word Verfa, H-V-E-R-F-A, means the state of being lost or to be lost. So I kind of replaced the A with an I-R to make it sound a little more masculine for the male character that I'm running. And it is a little bit redundant to have Verfir the Lost, but I just thought it was fun to have, you know, that Nordy style title appended to it. Let's see, display tweaks. That's in the core. SSE display tweaks. Here we go. Enable this one, disable that one. We should be good to go. So that's the name that I started off with, and I did randomly roll for race, and I did a random start through Skyrim Unbound, and I got a Nord with the Atronach Birthstone, or Standing Stone, which I take as a birthstone with how I'm playing these days. He had a healing spell, which was the only magic that he had, and he was donning the ancient Nordic armor, the Draugr armor. And he started on the coast of the Sea of Ghosts, up right outside of Winterhold, in the Horker hunting camp, right at about dawn. So anybody who read the journal entry that I posted toward the beginning of the challenge kind of explains his experience with that. And I did spend some time writing that, trying to add some imagery there and some flashy language and stuff like that. So I'd encourage anybody to read it who hasn't. But there's some strong symbolism there between the dawning sun and him trying to regain his memories. But there's some stronger imagery between the dawn and gaining life, which is a big hint, I think, about where I want to take this character. And here's my practice profile, by the way. I didn't get as far as Haunting Brew with the practice profile I have for Nagrom. So that was all flying by the seat of my pants, and I did not know that electric explosion was gonna zap me so hard like that. But that's how I stay informed with my permadeath stuff. I try to play a little bit ahead on another profile. You can call it cheating if you want, but I need to be prepared for a live stream. Had an idea for one, but I have a possible story planned for the future. Okay, so you're gonna start a new Let's Play, I'm guessing, from that, William. And EJ had an idea, but her laptop expired, so there were tech issues galore. Yeah, that sucks.
Are finally gone.
So hopefully it's just circumstantial stuff and people aren't just losing interest in it. So the names of the Archcurate and possibly a variation of Verfa. Oh, is Archcurate... who's Archcurate?
Is there ever a smile to be found among the guard? The gloom of the east is behind you. Live it up.
Oh, that was Verfor, right? Verfor? Yeah, it's close, but this one's spelled with an H. So H-V-E-R-F-I-R, the lost, and that's from the Old Norse for to be lost.
If you saw the city
Verther, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, not named after him. This is an Old Norse word. So yeah, Verfir got lost, and he found himself in Beyond Reach. So we are here in the Kingdom of Evermore. So we can just play through this for the remainder of my time, I think. Should be fun. I haven't played this on stream yet, but I thought that Ingol's Helm here was a good addition to the Draugr armor, and I am running the upgraded primitive Nord armor, which is a little better than the basic ancient Nord armor there. And I do have stuff ready to upgrade. I just haven't run into a smith here in Evermore that will smith it up for me. And I know that I can add smiths to honed metal through the MCM, but I'm kind of waiting on that. I want to get back to Yorland in Whiterun to smith this stuff up for me. But yeah, we're helping out with the Dark Presence here. I don't know how many people have done the Beyond Reach quest line before. This is my first time through it. There is some technical issues, especially with the children here all have black faces. They all have the gray face bug going on, but there are no conflicts with it. This is just, there's nothing editing the same records for the children. So I'm wondering if this is just a bug with the mod itself. I don't plan on spending too much time here, so I don't feel like going through the stuff to fix it, especially because it's not a load order issue. There are no conflicts that are showing up in SSE Edit or in Mod Organizer, so I don't know. It just is what it is for a while. Strudel is doing it for the 2.5 time at the moment. Awesome. So there won't be any spoilers for you here, that's for sure. Never played the mod before. It's nice. I actually like the mod. Aside from the little quality issues here and there and the audio issues, it adds a lot of really good content. It has some very creative things that they do with the creation kit. And the terrain is actually quite nice. Compared to things like Falskar, the terrain has a very unique feel to it all its own. And I believe Merkvior Trees has a mod just for this DLC mod that kind of adds a creepy feel to it. This is a plague-infested land, and there are lots of dark magic happenings going on here. So quite the intrigue, I would say. And children with severe facial maladies. What am I doing here? Have a word with the Archpriest in Evermore. The priest told me of possible rumors pertaining to Mortaphane's relation with Namira, the nature of which is unknown. Hopefully the bishop at the Pantheon could give me more insight. So a little bit of backstory here is one of the feudal lords out here in Arnima. His beloved wife had died and he took a very dark turn, and now there is evidence of him participating in some black magic rituals that is helping to plague the land. There's a lot of really bad stuff here. The feudal lords of High Rock are really leaning heavily on the serf population here. Pretty much an indentured servitude issue with everybody who's not a noble. So there are lots of treasonous talks going on, trying to dethrone this guy, and now we're finding evidence that he might be corrupted magically, or at least aiding in the magical corruption of the land here. So we're trying to get to the bottom of that. There are also necromancers plaguing the district, I think, specifically here in the Hug Rock mines. We cleared out some necromancer activity here, and we want to talk to the same priest, I think, to try to get to the bottom of all that. Now, I've never streamed this before. I have no idea about stability. With certain DLC mods, Bruma included, it can add a bit of a drag on the performance of your system. And that, coupled with the additional drag from the streaming software that you're running, could add to some stability issues. So we'll see how it goes, but so far so good. We're not wanting to kill the bounty. We are trying to head back out here and have a word with the Archpriest. So let's follow this one here. And I'm very unfamiliar with the terrain and the layout of this city, so I'm going to be making heavy use of the compass and the map, I am afraid. Hello.
What do you need?
Oh, nothing. Just saying hi. The Bretons are indeed notorious for causing wars with each other for petty reasons. And you know, it all goes back to the old saying in High Rock, find a hill and become king of it, right?
It's hard to stay motivated when working for these city
Not
snobs.
unity really isn't a thing in High Rock. And yeah, this guy that's following us around, you may... Oh, geez, where did he go? I hear him, but I don't see him. Oh, there he is. You may recognize his voice from the Bruma mod and from the Helgen Reborn mod. He plays a key part in each of those. He's a great voice actor, but this is Ulkarin. He is the sellsword here in the Beyond Reach Evermore region. He's following us around a little bit, helping us out. Pretty basic follower, I would say. Tiny. Oh, you love Tiny. Yeah. He, Verfir here is a Nord, and as such, he is a large person. But as you can see, he's a bit dwarfed by Ulkarin here. There's some very large people out here in the Reach, which might be surprising to some people, thinking that High Rock is a place of short little Bretons.
Are you in need, friend?
And we got some audio quality issues here that is probably my main gripe with this mod here. And believe it or not, it actually gets even worse than this. But other than that, it's been great. So yeah, a couple of things, Mr. Archbishop. First thing, are you aware of the necromancer that's been terrorizing the Divide?
The Divide has yet to deal with that matter. What happened to the mercenaries they hired?
Actually, it's not bad at points, the audio, anyway. Seems to be hitting a volume gate pretty quickly there, though, and being distorted because of it. I wasn't told of anyone else dealing with the issue.
Yes, figures. The dead seem to be where the threshold lies when it comes to their work.
Going places, wrecking faces. Yeah, that's his favorite saying.
Come to the fore that those dark mages not only inhabit the hidden crannies of the East, but on our very doorstep.
And how do you know all this?
If you can recall the Divide's priest, an elderly gentleman named Feinig, he was the one who made us aware that their devious ilk have made themselves our neighbors. Right under our noses, as Feinig stated. Though with further inspection, a correction had to be made, for they exist above, occupying the frozen rubble heap of Spinster's Peak.
Spinster's Peak? That sounds like a good time, actually. What is Spinster's Peak?
A near ancient rebel fort, built by our feuding forebears, probably making the capital of many bygone kingdoms. Yet when the Empire had sought to partition High Rock for its own means, those kingdoms of yore were dissolved, razing their respective capitals. Now these ruins shelter only the wretched of our land. Normally those of petty repute will get to them first, but when they don't, more sinister parties will fill their decrepit halls.
The spinsters
as has
converge.
Been seen with past
Oh, hi there.
necromancer cults.
We got a bit of an attention seeker here. Camera hog. She's like, this is my time to shine. Alright, I'll see if anyone dwells within.
I advise great caution on this expedition. Necromancers are the most dangerous foe. Audacious displays will be your undoing. That's not to dissuade you from your journey, as your eagerness itself is a sign of immense bravery. Pray before heading out. The gods will be needed in this perilous task. Make preparations to shield yourself from their magic too, or else your chances are slim. I'll make a prayer so that the gods may watch over you.
You will look up to me, even if I have to climb up here. Yeah, that's a bit of a power play on the bishop's part, isn't it? Okay, second order of business here. I come at the behest of a priest at Arnima to talk to Mortafane.
Oh, these weary eyes mistook you for another pilgrim. Yes, I have heard of you already. The priest has sung nothing but praise for your name.
Yeah, alright.
And lest we slip into bad habits, that town is called Raven Spring. Arnima is an alien moniker, almost sinister.
I will keep that in mind.
Before I lose myself, Mortafane, that perennial question that hasn't found an answer until now. Sigmane has finally realized his madness for himself. Not that it wasn't apparent for those subjugated to the Mad Lord, but their cries fell on deaf ears. Almost 3 decades of tyranny, with so much cruelty.
And the rumor of Namira's involvement?
It would be a great folly to continue dismissing it. There comes a time when the evidence transforms rumor to reality. Just the nature of her relation with Mortafane is a mystery. What could possibly be derived from that despairing entity? The priests have been worried about Daedric plots for some time, yet most were confined to individual victims. However, the reports we hold on Mortafane conform to a far grander scheme. A plot targeted at Adamantia itself.
Okay, anything else I should know?
I shouldn't delay you any further. Horrister was seen departing from Raven Spring with his party. They'll be convening with Morosa before ousting Mortafane from his throne. You should hurry. Your presence may halt tensions from boiling over.
Alright, I'll get on my horse.
Farewell.
Literally. So yeah, Verfir does have a horse. And with that start, you're actually gifted a free horse at the very beginning of the game. There is a horse there at the Horker camp, and it is not marked as steel. So you get to take him, and or her, I guess in this case. And once you do, it is yours for good. And with convenient horses, it doesn't walk away back to that spot. It follows you around. So I've used Jackson's renamer to rename her Suna, which is the Old Norse name for sun. And that goes along with the whole symbolism of the dawn and the sun and budding life. So yeah, I think the whole hint here that I'm giving everybody, spoiler alert, but I will have a video showcasing all of this with the dialogue and the story and everything. But since you guys are stuck with me here
for
another little while, I think I will go ahead and spill the beans on everything. Verfir here did used to be a Draugr. And that's why he was, wielding the Draugr armor and everything. It was Falion from Morthal who drug him over to the Sea of Ghosts, transfused his blood with the fatty blood of the Horker to replenish his withering body, and used a black soul from one of the most devout Stendarr vigilants. And he did so via commission from the Vigilant itself, or from the Vigil itself. So the Vigilants of Stendarr had him craft a weapon for them. They took a Draugr, infused it with the soul of one of their own, and used the blood of a Horker to plump him back up. And the reason they did that with a Draugr is because they have noticed that there is sort of a neural network between the Draugr amongst themselves and with the dragon priests. And it seems to be that the dragon priests are actually resurrecting these Draugrs and causing them to be restless. So it's the goal of the Vigilants of Stendarr, of the Vigil, to create this weapon to use that internal neural network to seek out and destroy these dragon priests. Verfir at this point has met Falion and kind of cornered him into spilling the beans on his existence, and he does not like it. Still, he feels magically compelled to do his job. He has no love for the Vigil, but he feels compelled to act on their will anyway. It's what he was designed to do. He was crafted as a weapon, just like... Ooh, who is this? Oh no, that's one of the adventurers. One of the guards of the kingdom there. So yeah, that's kind of the story of Verfear. And it's kind of open-ended at this point. I think at some point, once he has completed his quest of destroying all of the Dragon Priests, he will destroy himself. His job will be done, and he is in a world that he feels very out of place in. He doesn't have any motivation or want or need of his own. So I think what he would want to do is, destroy himself as he is destroying all the other Draugr, and that will eventually get him to the next plane of existence where he can be with the people that he actually belongs with. The souls of those that once inhabited the Draugr. So there it is. That is the story. That is my solution to the challenge. As far as gameplay here, I'm playing him as a paladin. He has the warhammer that he's been using. And I've been making heavy use of arcanum spells, which has some really interesting stuff in the restoration school. Been using this as an excuse to kind of explore that. I've been making some heavy use of forgotten magic paladin spells as well lately. Yeah, the tree mods are looking great. See how just bleak and eerie that looks with the fogs and the diseased trees. It's beautiful. I love the landscape of this mod. So yeah, restoration is the only magic he uses. Heavy armor, two-handed. He's always going to use the ancient Nordic stuff because that's a part of his identity that he is not willing to break from. And I'm going the wrong way. I need to go back to Arnima here. There's a big walled-off community out here. Another gripe I have about this mod is it seems like the map is upside down and backwards from the dialogue. If you head south over here, it gets snowier and snowier, and your followers that you have with you start commenting about how they've never been this far north. And as you head east, they start talking about how they've never been to the swanky western regions of this area before. So it's just completely like turned 180 degrees, which is annoying. Makes me feel a little bit crazy at times, but once you figure out that it's completely backwards, you kind of get the hang of it eventually. The map is in fact upside down and backwards. Good to know I'm not just crazy there. So yeah, I got all the dialogue recorded for Verfear's story there. I need to capture some gameplay, some pan shots for the beginning, journal entries, and some action shots when he's describing his feeling toward the Draugr and the Dragon Priests. So yeah, I was quite proud of that story that we came up with there, or that I came up with, I guess, and sharing it with you.
Hello? Best armor in the Reach, no doubt.
I really do feel like I'm in my element with these random starts and taking on the challenge of creating a roleplay story to go along with it. I think I'm all sold out on the things that I want to get rid of here. Yeah, we're good.
Keep safe.
So where are we headed to now? Screw it, I'm lost. I'm just gonna fast travel. Oh, thank you very much. I want to say it is mostly west of Skyrim. I don't know if it's northwest of Skyrim. I would say it's north of Hammerfell. It's probably the southeastern region of High Rock, is what I'm guessing. I haven't seen an actual map of it that isn't upside down and backwards, so it is really hard to get a bead on where you are in relation to things. But I think it's through the Karth Mountains. There's probably a narrow pass in the Karth Mountains that are causing that. And where the hell? Why can't I find my way through this here? What are you doing with the hay there, Tiny? He's an odd bird, isn't he? Yeah, I'm watching you. The hell are you doing? You trying to find that needle finally? I don't think you're going to find it. And the rats. That's a nice touch, too. The tiny little skeevers. Appreciate it. Do you have the add-on with the pass through the mountains? I don't think that I do. This was added through the Novice Guide. This is one of those that I hadn't really even considered adding on my own.
I hope
yeah, because it comes out near Hagrock, so yeah. But I
and the council made it clear.
So maybe, yeah, Haggis, you might be right. Southwest of Skyrim.
Putrid man has the gall to ignore the will of the king. Where is he, priest?
Northwest of Skyrim.
Pardon, our lord. A last-minute detail within the manor.
Yeah, I would say High Rock, for the most part, is kind of west-northwest of Skyrim, but I think this part of it is more toward the southern
here will see to your
southern part of Skyrim.
If you try anything rash,
yes, it does come out near Hagrock. That's true.
You have stained the kingdom of Evermore with your ill acts. Your capturing of trade goods and intimidation of merchants have brought ruin to your town and the Reach. Your rights as royalty are now forfeit.
Ha! The audacity. You can place a new ass on that seat tomorrow, but the town itself belongs to no man now. Sigmane and the rest of the Reach now belong to her.
To who, my lord?
This madman has rambled long enough. Arrest him and bring him to trial in Evermore. My stomach reels at the sight of him.
All of your stomachs will reel when you see the lady, I assure you. I showed mercy upon you insects. I relented when the lady demanded this town. But I see the rats have bit the hand that feeds. You'll be the first to taste her domain, whore.
Oh, there is some dark magic going on there, huh?
Bastard! Don't let him run.
She was the good guy, it seems like. Wow, was that a beheading spell?
I'll get the swine who did this.
Does she have anything good that I can loot? She has a lot of good loot. I'm not going to take any of it. That would be indecent. Oh boy, what now? Well... yeah, I agree. The audio quality leaves a lot to be desired, but... follow Horuster? Who the hell is Horuster? I kind of want that beheading spell, though.
Shut it, cunts. The Lord has done us good. Hunts to kill every day and hills of gold. Can't say the same for the king. Now, if you want his neck, then we got a problem. And the only way I see an end to that problem is you fucking off in a coffin or through that gate.
Sec, stand aside. Do you want this town to become a gauntlet for that insane lord?
9 lock my heart. The sky.
What abyssal sword?
What's that?
I see
another
scum.
Oh yeah, dark magic. This guy's definitely got to be stopped. Treason be damned.
I'll gouge your eyes out. I'll chop you up slowly. I'll drink from your skull. I want to taste metal.
I can't tell who's the good guys and who's the bad guys here. Alright.
Come here, prick.
to meet your end.
Oh, and we got...
I'll chop you up slowly. Make you want to taste metal.
I'm glad this isn't permadeath.
Another poor sword that I'll have to clean off my blade.
Say
your prayers.
Gonna make mincemeat out of your last breath. I'll carve you up.
Right between your eyes. Messed with the wrong Richmond.
What the hell is a flatchet? Well, at least it's not a flatulent, am I right?
Right between your eyes.
Ooh. That is nasty.
I don't faint now.
Yeah, they do a lot of creative things with like the dragon model here. The spell is powerful, but it takes a long time to charge.
The wrong Richmond.
So the gameplay that I use for this is I'm running the Atronach spell, or Atronach stone with Andromeda, which makes it so that you cannot recharge your own magicka. You have to get it from... Did he just grab a guy? I see a dude hanging off his foot there. Just dangling. So you can't recharge your own magicka. You have to absorb it from slain enemies. But I'm running a lot of perks from the restoration tree that do help absorb that. And increase regeneration beyond it. Whoa, we got a lot of effects here on this guy. And nothing seems to be hurting this thing.
What kind of evil are you?
He just can't take it anymore. What am I supposed to be doing here? Head through the portal. Listen to the priest. Where the hell is this portal? Oh, that's not the portal.
Another poor sword that I'll have to clean off my blade.
Looks like there might be a portal over here. We'll let them deal with the Gorgon, I guess. The flatulence of Stendar. Yeah. Well, they are full of hot air for the most part there, aren't they? I was able to dispatch the Gorgon earlier in this quest, but it took a long time before I started even denting it, so I wonder if there's some kind of like a magical barrier or something that it has that you have to work through before you start causing any real damage for it. Tiny there is doing his best over there. All right, well, let's head through this portal. We'll leave the Gorgon to the guard here. Yeah, it looks like an Oblivion Gate, kind of, doesn't it? Which makes sense if he's worshipping Namira. The Scuttling Void. That sounds pleasant. You got confused too, huh? Find other survivors who had passed through. Yeah, it kind of tends to all happen really quickly. There's a lot of death and dismemberment all happening all at once there. Are you guys gonna try to eat me?
The ground feels like it's breathing. I don't think I'm ever gonna sleep again.
Yeah, seriously.
If we make it out of here, that is.
Alright, so we gotta try to find some survivors.
God, this whole place reeks. What is this place? We've got to find a way out of here, mate.
Do we have some missing textures here, or are those supposed to be purple? I hear some crying, which I know from previous experience means that there's a very tough enemy around here somewhere. Verfir, being a paladin,
going places,
is mostly tuned to taking on undead. If he's facing an undead enemy, he's really, really powerful. But if he's not, he has some trouble. Find other survivors who have passed through. Okay, that helps. Wow, I would have been wandering for quite a while there. Verfir is indeed the lost. And I don't know what that clicking is, but it only seems to be happening when I'm walking, which is really annoying. You guys hearing that? It sounds like two pieces of wood being smacked together. I have no idea what that is, but it is quite annoying.
Look who's brave!
I'm using Necrosis in my right hand, which is, it's a restoration spell from Forgotten Magic Redone. It is restoration, which is the only reason I'm using it, and it works better against non-undead than most of my other offensive leaning spells. So, just been using that to supplement my arsenal against non-undead enemies. Yeah, the LOD... Oh, you're talking about the purple rocks there? That's less of an issue to me than the... Yeah, that could be an LOD thing. That's less of an issue to me than the clicking there. That's going to drive me insane. Sooner than later, I think. This looks cool, though. Oh. Little gross spiders. Ew, they got me trapped here.
Right between your eyes. That was easier than expected.
Was it? Was it? Mutilated vessel. Purple rocks are missing textures. The LOD terrain is a file that registers the sound made walking. It's the file name. Oh, okay. So it sounds like you have some more knowledge on the inner workings of this mod than I do.
Need something.
Can I just like hide that in MO2 and it will take care of the walking noises? Oh, hey, Jacos made it. Hey, what's up? You got a plan?
I know it looks grim, and by the gods, I'm terrified too. But we have to follow what the priests taught us. I wish I could remember everything from my training to deal with situations like this. We have to find the others, and then we have to find that stone. Keep close. This is going to get rough. Stay alert.
Alright, this guy's always got a plan. He's kind of a hero. A shady type hero, but a hero nonetheless.
Look who's brave! This ends here!
Bend our shield me. Make your peace.
Enough with the games. Scream for me.
Smart, huh?
I am also running some Shaman Triumvirate spells. The one that I'm looking at right now, I think, is Vision, or the one that I have hooked up to Okado's Recital right now is Visions of Opportunity. And that's when it shows the runes up on there. I think what that does is it weakens the enemy in terms of magic resistance and armor rating. By quite a bit, actually, too. So that has been quite the boon for me here as well. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing too many more playthroughs that come through the Reach here, just with the technical issues. It seems like that clicking has gone away. That's good. Oh, as soon as I say that, it comes back. So I guess... Whoa.
Look who's prey!
At some point, I might try to weed out these technical issues and fix everything up here, but... I don't know, it's just such a can of worms at this point. I still won't be able to fix the audio, you know? The dialogue audio, in particular. Unless I just completely revoice this thing on my own. Let's see, you could try, might not hear any footsteps though, might be a good trade-off. Yeah, maybe. Follow Jocos. Okay. So I've completed following Jocos, and now I need to follow Jocos some more.
Aren't you busy with something?
I don't know, you tell me, what am I supposed to be doing here, Jocos?
Got something to say? Which way you going?
Okay, let's just fight some stuff. I only got about 5 minutes left on my stream slot here, so...
There you are.
Oh, that guy is not affected by our... He looks undead.
Well, that was easier than expected.
A bunch of nasty in there. Okay, got some blurry vision here. Don't know what's going on.
Aren't you busy with something?
I actually enjoyed the side quests and poking around better than I like the main quest. Yeah, I really love the area, actually. I think Jocos is bugged. I think he's bugged. See if this helps.
God, this whole place reeks.
Aren't you busy with something?
We gotta find a way out of here, mate.
Did not seem to help. Yeah, it's a mess. It's kind of a mess. Oh, I get to meet with Rados though.
The ground.
What's up, man?
Feels like it's breathing. I don't think I'm ever gonna sleep again. If we make it out of here, that is.
I never asked to be a part.
The area here is specific to this quest and none of the others, so your time here is brief. Okay, so I'll be able to deal with the bugginess here for a little bit longer, I suppose.
You're the boss.
Yeah, Verfear here was meant to go kill all the dragon priests and stuff, but he just couldn't ignore that the blind girl in Whiterun that had Mara channeling through her as sort of a weapon of Stendar. That kind of caught his interest and he couldn't ignore it, so he had to come figure out what was going on here. So he still has his work cut out for him back in Skyrim, but I kind of wanted to take the opportunity to explore this mod and see what it offered, and I didn't realize that it was so in-depth, that there was so much content in it. It was going to keep me here for so long. So I've spent the last couple weeks, hours and hours, a few dozen at least, trying to deal with getting through this place and tying up loose ends here before I head back to Skyrim. But we're heading toward the end of the challenge here. I'm going to have to just break loose and fast travel back to Skyrim and do my thing, you know?
Yeah, I hear it too.
Strudel, have you seen the missing textures on these rocks, or is it a byproduct of the different mods that I'm running? Am I conflicting with something here? Oh, fired a dud there. Yeah, there seems to be an area of effect. It's hit scan, so once you release the spell, it hits immediately. There is an explosion of healing energy for your allies, and also a damaging aspect to it. I'm also running False Light, the Ordinator perk.
Look who's prey!
That makes your healing spells do damage to enemies. Let me make sure that that's actually working correctly here. That I have the right idea with my left-hand spell here. Retribution, a divine stake that does 147 points of holy damage to health and half that to magicka, heals everyone close to the caster for 49 points. Not in my first playthroughs, but I haven't seen it since I rebuilt things. Yeah, the girl and her bodyguard, yeah, for sure. It's hard to ignore in any kind of even semi-roleplay playthrough that you're doing. Alright, now where? So yeah, it's probably a combination of some of the different texture and, you know, terrain mods that I'm running that's causing these. I haven't seen it in the actual landscape of Evermore at all. Where am I supposed to be going here? Okay, Jakos. So it's just this area that I've seen it in. Might be the only place I'm seeing the conflicts. Like I said, one day I might try to dive in and look for the conflicts that are causing this and see if I can fix it. Combination of hiding MO2 files and looking in SSE edit for conflicts and messing with the load order a little bit. And the clicking is back. I wonder if these are classified as undead enemies, because it doesn't seem to be doing much damage to them. But the necrosis here seems to be affecting them fine. One potent combination that I found is Wild Healing with False Light. Wild Healing is added by Apocalypse, and what it does is it heals you and picks a random target within the area to heal as well. With False Light, that means that enemies can also be hit with that spell, which deals a lot of damage to them. So you can kind of just spam this spell, heal yourself, heal your allies, and do damage to your enemies. And the Wild Healing spell is actually quite strong for the low level that it is. Alright, what are you doing up here, buddy? Doesn't seem to be attacking, so there might be some dialogue with him at some point. Oh, Jakos is going down there, though. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see any in the overworld at all, and I've been all through that thing. Just admiring the scenery. So it's just here where I'm getting the purple textures. And if it's a small enough part of this mod, it may not even be worth diving into. Nice landing there, Sully.
Priest.
God's graces. You made it. Let me get a hold of myself. I must recall how to deal with our situation.
These rocks have a slimy red texture. I just went to find an old screen cap, so yeah, you're definitely missing that texture. Interesting. I wonder if because I'm also missing textures on the children there too with the gray faces, so I wonder if I just got a corrupted download.
We can end this. All other paths are closed off for us. We must climb.
Because when I tried to debug the children's gray faces, there were no conflicts anywhere.
And you, try to find
so it could just be a straight up missing texture.
Through the rift. All the men we can get to reach that stone.
Alright, well I think this is my time for the day. I'm going to go ahead and save it here, and I will continue this this weekend. Next week is going to be the Character Challenge Showcase on Baofish's stream. I will post a link to that in the description of this. And then the Saturday after, we will do a new Permadeath character, and I'll try not to blow myself up. I don't have anybody else to blame for that one. Before, I had been able to place my anger on Gore, but this time was just a boneheaded play on my part. No one else to blame. Yeah, the place is really creepy.
What is this place?
And apparently it smells real bad too. Alright, so thank you for joining me on this. It was a good time, even though we lost our beloved Orc Grifter. It was still fun. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next week for the Character Challenge if you're going to be stopping in for that. Otherwise, I'll see you in 2 weeks for another Permadeath character. And, you know, I'll see you in the normal places, the Discords and everything like that in the meantime as well. So thanks a lot. Until next time, be well and take care. Bye, guys.